speak teachers. Now we're going to talk about teaching students new words. So you all understand that vocabulary is necessary and crucial for upgrading their level. So how do we do that? How we should not do that. Sometimes just teachers use complicated words and students just don't understand, and that brings them to feeling of like discomfort and shyness and so on. Well, some of the teachers during like pre-intermediate lessons said like, okay, I should remove some data clusters from the whiteboard. Another one said like, oh, that would be quite bizarre. Well, see, just it's simpler. So keep simple. Use the words that students probably really might need in their real life. So, well, not even simple, but up to the student's level. If it's upper intermediate level, okay, you're welcome. So, not too simple, but up to the level. Okay, second thing is that always look at students, because if they do not understand, especially elementaries and so on, they probably will never tell you that, like, what is this? Especially if you're speaking more or less fluently. But they will do this. So, check their faces. Faces can tell you if they do not understand. Next thing, ask them for feedback. So, you're speaking about something, and you think that, this word might be new for them, like, you say, blah, 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 contamination, blah, blah, blah. And you think that, maybe they do not know the word contamination. Usually their faces will tell you. Ask them, hey guys, do you know contamination? If they say okay, no problem. If no, well, proceed to the next action. So ask questions. This comes with experience, with time. I cannot tell you the list of the words that, for example, elementary students do not know, that pre-intermediates do not know. So look at them. They will provide you with feedback. And the next thing, about the teaching process itself. Sometimes students, if they don't know a word, they ask the teacher to write it. Do not let them, first, you're not a dictionary, so do not let them use you as a dictionary. Like, can you please translate заштопать? Sometimes they will, especially at like lower levels, will ask you for the words that you probably do not know. Like, how do you say доколе? Or, I don't know, something like this. How do you say париться? Etc, etc, etc. So, you're not a dictionary. Do not let them use you like this. So, if they ask you for a word that is like too complicated for them, or you just simply don't know it, it's normal. Just ask them to rebuild the phrase so they use a word they know. So, if you say like, how do you say this in English? Okay, how do you say this in English? They say, I don't know. You say, oops, use another word. In like 90% of the situations, they can use another word, a simpler word. So ask them to keep simple. So that's advice for the students manually. And the fifth principle is interaction. Words teaching must be interactive. So because the more senses are used in the process of like, word learning, the better. So if the student just sees a new word in the text, it's only visual channel. If he hears this word as well, okay, two channels, visual and the sound as well. If the student writes the word, he also uses his like kinesthetic channel of perception, meaning that the more student does to learn a word, the better. So what I do, always during my classes, I have some area, like on some right or left part of the whiteboard for new words. It's good because after each class I take a photo and English friends know what words were learned during the class, and the students can revise them as well. And if somebody does not know a word, I just simply do one simple thing. For example, I don't know, it's the contamination I have mentioned. If somebody says, I don't know contamination, I do this simple thing. I take a marker and throw it at this person, and I say like, contamination. So the person comes and writes the word. During this process, the teacher can keep communicating with the students, so you don't have to do like this. keep writing, please. Yeah, if you see the student is unable to do this, you may either help yourself or ask the group to help. Like, okay, can you spell this word for Kate, for example, or who can help you? So contamination. Oh, Kate made a mistake. What a pity. So it's like, okay, maybe you give a student a chance to write the word. So contamination, please, and you can ask the group like, do you see any mistakes here? So, dear group, do you see any mistakes here? Yes, of course, me nation. So, okay, yeah, and one little thing that, the last thing, so about the work of our memory, we kind of take a photo of the word, so do not let students do like this, cross something out and change it. So if you see that somebody made a spelling mistake, sorry, you need to remove it and ask the student to rewrite without mistakes, because we kind of take a photo of the word spelling. Very nice. And after student wrote it, say like, thank you very much, Kate, good you, get back. That's it. So let's thank my assistant Kate again. That was all for this podcast, how to teach students words. And yeah, remember that here we have a list, must have a list, so make it structural and don't let them write like this. Some students tend to do this, but just think that like, this is a place for approximately 20-something words. Now it's completely all that I wanted to tell you. Goodbye.